Hello my dear students, welcome to the second video of your subject geography, and I am your geography teacher Mr. Vinod Kumar, and we are going to study the chapter 2 of geography, and the chapter name is the Earth's major landform. Uh, in our last video I have discussed about the landforms and the types of landforms. Landforms are of three types: mountains, plateaus, and plains. And how the landforms are formed? They are formed by the endogenous processes and the exogenous processes. Endogenous processes are the processes which take place deep under the surface of the earth, and exogenous processes are the processes which act on near or on the surface of the earth surface. Then we discuss about the mountains. Mountains are the conical. A mountain is a conical mass of land rising to much greater height than the surrounding. Then we also discuss about the types of mountains. Mountains are of three types: fold mountain, block mountain, and volcanic mountain. Mountains are of two types: young fold mountain and old fold mountains. Now in this video we will discuss about the plateaus. So come to the plateaus. You can see we are going to discuss about the plateau. A plateau is a large area of fairly land rising above the surrounding area. Actually, plateau is formed when plateau is also formed by the push and pull of the earth surface, means deep under the earth surface. Actually, plateau is what? Plateau, an area of fairly level land rising over the surrounding area. Means plateaus are all. The features of the plateaus are as follows. A plateau may be have steep slopes, means खड़ी ढलानें होंगी एकदम सी. Means to climb a plateau it is not very easy task. Means the plateau may be steep from one or more side. A plateau may be higher than a mountain, but it's almost flat. Upper surface does not have a peak. Means mountains have a peak, but plateaus do not have a peak. Their upper surface may be flat, and they may be higher than a mountain also. Like mountains, some plateaus are old while others are comparatively new. Means you have studied that mountains are also of young and old for mountain. In the same way, plateaus are also some plateaus are old and some are new. Old plateaus are lower, means the height of the old plateaus are low, and the new plateaus are of greater height. Means they stretch over great areas. The Deccan Plateau of India and the plateaus of Brazil, Australia, and Africa are some of the major old plateaus. These are the old plateaus. Then the plateau of the Tibet to the north of the Himalayas is the highest plateau in the world. Its height ranges between 4,000 and 6,000 meters above. So these are the highest plateau. Means the plateau may be of the height of the mountain also. Then types of plateau. Plateaus are of two types, that are tectonic or volcanic plateau. Tectonic plateau is formed when a part of the earth's surface is pushed but not wrinkled. Wrinkled condition is in the mountains, but plateaus are formed without the wrinkle. Means they are formed when the part of the earth surface is pushed upwards, and plateaus are flat at the upper surface. Then volcanic plateau. A volcanic plateau is made up of layers of material that comes out from below the earth surface in the molten form, spreads out and then hardens as it cools. Actually, volcanic plateaus are found when the molten rocks they come out from the earth surface, under the earth surface, and they come to the earth surface. Then layers of that molten rocks keep on piling up. Then it forms a volcanic plateau. So further we can discuss, a tectonic plateau is formed when a part of Earth's surface is pushed up and not wrinkled. Means it rises with the intense push of the Earth's surface. The plateau of Tibet is an example. This tectonic, the best example of plateau is the tectonic. The best example of tectonic plateau is the Tibet plateau, and it is one of the highest plateau in the world. That is 4,002 and 6,000 meter of the level. The height range means the range of the Tibet plateau is from 4,000 meter to 6,000 meter. Sometimes molten material from below the earth surface comes out through openings spread opening. Actually, they at certain times there are several openings in the earth surface, and through those open surfaces in the earth crust, the molten materials comes out. That is the molten material are the molten rock, and these spreads all over the surface of the earth, and gradually it cools down and it piles up and hardens. Then several layers pile up and they make a flat topped highland, which is called a volcanic plateau. Several layers of such material may get deposited one over the other, forming a flat topped highland. This kind of platform is called a volcanic plateau. The Deccan, and the example of volcanic plateau is the Deccan plateau. Then plateaus are also of three types, means how they are formed. They are of intermontane, piedmont and continental plateau. First I want to tell you what is intermontane plateau. A plateau surrounded by mountains, means a plateau that is surrounded by mountains, it is called a intermontane plateau. Then piedmont plateau, a plateau bordered by mountains on one side, means ऐसी plateau जो एक साइड से तो mountains होते हैं and from the other side and a plain or ocean on the other side, means from the other side it may be surrounded by a plain or a ocean. That is called a piedmont plateau. Then continental plateau, a plateau formed away from mountains and surrounded by plains or ocean, means the plateau ऐसी plateau जो mountains से दूर होती है but surrounded by plains and ocean, it is called continental plateau. Intermontane, then we will discuss further what is intermontane, what are the three types of plateaus. An intermontane plateau is surrounded by mountains. The plateau of Tibet is one of these. Means the example of intermontane plateau is Tibet, because intermontane plateau is surrounded by mountains. The Piedmont plateau is formed at the top of the mountain. It is bordered by mountains on one side, means in Piedmont plateau it is surrounded by mountains from one side, and from the other side it may be surrounded by a plain or a ocean. Then Piedmont plateau of USA is one of the example of this. It lies between the Appalachian Mountains and the Atlantic Ocean. Then a continental plateau. A continental plateau is a plateau away from the mountain, means the plateau which is away from the mountain, but it is surrounded by plains or oceans. A continental plateau is away from mountains. It is very vast and has plains or ocean all on all sides, means एक तरफ से तो मतलब पहाड़ों से दूर होगी वो प्लेट्यू को एक्चुअली हिंदी में पठार भी बोलते हैं, तो पहाड़ों से दूर होगी बट प्लेन्स और ओशन से सब तरफ से घिरी हुई होगी. द प्लेट्यू ऑफ वेस्टर्न ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज एन एग्जाम्पल. A plateau that is cut into section by the valleys, rivers flowing through it's called dissected plateau. Means a type of plateau which is cut by the river valleys. It is known as because of flowing tributary of the that type of plateau is known as dissected plateau. Then you can see in this word map major plateaus of the world. You can see in Africa there are most of the Africa is covered by the plateaus only, and in India the Deccan Plateau is there. Means all over the world you can see in the world map. Then what is the importance of plateau? Plateaus have more or less level land at the top, parts of which can be completed. Means there are less level land, so it is very difficult for the cultivation. So the old plateaus are rich in useful minerals such as iron or copper. Means the plateaus are which are old, they have iron ore or copper. Means they are very rich in minerals, so they support mining also. The rivers flowing down the slopes provide water. Actually, the water which flows through the plateaus, it provides the product and also supports the hydroelectricity. Then people have settled in those parts of the plateaus where economic activities can be carried out. Means the conditions which are which are favorable on a particular plateau, there the people have settled and they are carrying the economic activities also. Means where it is possible. Now we will discuss about the plains. Plains होते हैं मैदानी इलाके. Then before beginning with our this plain, I just want to tell you about the dissected plateau. Actually, a plateau that is cut into sections by the valleys of the rivers flowing through it. It is called a dissected plateau. Then plains होते हैं मैदानी इलाके. The best example of plain area is the Gangetic plain, जहाँ हम रहते हैं northern area में in India. Flat surfaces which are very gentle slopes with very gentle slope are called plains. The water plain area with flat surface means समतल plain, जो मतलब एक जैसा हो. Some plains are extremely level while others have an undulating सरफेस. मीन्स वेव लाइक, जैसा लहर सी होती है वैसा उनकी सरफेस होती है. मतलब पूरी लहर सी नहीं, बट माइनर वेव लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स दे हैव प्लेन्स. देन प्लेन्स आर ऑफ थ्री. देन टाइप्स ऑफ प्लेन्स आर ऑफ देयर आर द टाइप्स ऑफ प्लेन्स आर एज फॉलो. द प्लेन्स आर ऑफ फोर टाइप्स: कोस्टल प्लेन्स, फ्लड प्लेन्स, पेनी प्लेन्स एंड alluvial plains. First I want to tell you about the coastal plain. Coastal plain, a plain located along the, actually the word coastal means near the sea or the ocean. So it is just telling you that a coastal plain, a plain located along the margin of a ocean or a sea, it is a coastal plain. Then flood plain, a plain located along the bank of a river. मतलब नदी के किनारे जो क्या नाम है प्लेन होता है. मैदानी इलाके नदी के किनारे होते हैं उनको फ्लड प्लेन बोलते हैं. बिकॉज floods keep on coming nearby these areas, so that's why they are known as the flood plain. Then peneplain, an almost level plain formed by the wearing down of mountains and plateau by rivers, glacier and winds. Then alluvial plains, a plain made by material deposited by river. Actually several types of materials are brought by the rivers during its course to the plains, like silt, stones, rocks, several things. So that's why they are known alluvial plain. So let us discuss types of plain. Plains are found at various places like the bottom of the valleys. Valley is a place between the mountain and the hill, and valley is always in the V form shaped. The tops of the plateau, the beds of the large dry lakes, and so on. And coastal, first is coastal plain. coastal plain is found along the margin of the sea and ocean, and flood plains are found along the banks of the rivers. Then actually how the material is collected. The material is provided by the rivers, glacier and wind breaks off and carry away pieces of rocks from the surface of land. Thus mountain and plateaus are gradually lowered and rugged surfaces are smoother. Actually the glaciers which melt down and they turn into a river, and they bring, and though that river water has a tremendous power, and that rivers, glacier and wind, they break off the pieces of the rocks on the surface of the landforms, and that is why the plateaus and mountains they become lowered and rugged surfaces, and less rough surfaces. Then these rough surfaces are smooth and soft they because due to the breaking down of the rocks only. And how the breaking down of rocks is occurred? The breaking down of rocks is occurred by the rivers, glaciers, wind, and uh, rivers carry out the tremendous amount of water which has huge force. So because of that huge powerful force, the mountains and plateaus are turned into soil. How the soil is formed? Because rugged and the mountains and plateaus are lowered and rugged. So these plains, that's why these are known as penny plains. Penny plains are an almost level plain formed by the wearing down of mountains and plateaus by rivers, glaciers and winds. When rivers, winds or glaciers slow down, they drop the material they carry. When these rivers, winds and glaciers they slow down at the lower level on the land, that are plains, they just drop the materials. You can see in the picture, you can see a river course. How you can see on the top the glacier there, the glacier is melting down, there is the water is coming in the form of river, then tributaries is there, then flood plain is there, distributary. Tributary are actually the tributaries tributary are the small rivers. A tributary is a river flowing into a larger river, means they are known as small rivers. You can see floodplain is there, then meander and delta. Plains are formed when the deposited materials spread evenly over the land, and the different materials like silt, sand, and the pebbles, stone, all things are brought up by the river. So this this all material spreads so over the land evenly, मतलब एक जैसे ऊपर लैंड सरफेस पे बिखर जाता है. Then the plains are formed. Many plains are river basins. A river basin is a land over which the a river and its tributary flow. Actually जहाँ पर है ना आपके क्या नाम है, जहाँ पे आपका रिवर फ्लो करती है, that part is mainly known as the river basin, and along with the tributaries also flow, and these tributary rivers flow into a larger rivers. Rivers wash away material. Then you can see major river basins, the Indo Ganga Brahmaputra basin you can see in India, then in South America, North America. This is the picture. Then rivers wash away material from the mountains and plateaus down with which they flow. When the rivers reach gentler slope, they slow down and start depositing the material. Actually, the lot of materials are brought down by the rivers to the plain during its course. So such type of materials which are brought down are sand, silt, and clay, and collectively this material is known as alluvium. Thus, the plains formed by the rivers are called alluvial plains. So that's why it is known as alluvial plains. Actually it is also a kind of soil. The example of alluvial plain is the Gangetic Plain in India, the Yangtze Basin of China, the Nile Basin of Egypt, the central lowlands of Europe, the Murray-Darling Basin of Australia, the Paraguay, the Uruguay Basin of South America, and the Great Basin of North America are some examples of alluvial plains. So dear student, that's all for today in our class. Next rest of the chapter we will discuss in our next video. Goodbye.